friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Dee. I am a Seint beauty artist, a DIY lash enthusiast, even though I'm not wearing them right now. I'm going to be putting them on after this video, but I'm also a lover of all things beauty. So here on my channel, I do a lot of stuff about Seint. If you don't know what Seint is, it is a all-in-one compact system. I can literally do my whole face with everything in this compact. So it's super easy, super travel friendly, super affordable, great for dry, oily, mature, everything in it, all the above. It is great for. But I also do all other things. Anything related to beauty, I do some mid-size fashion. I am a mid-size girl, so I'll be doing some upcoming videos in 2023 of some hauls and just a little bit more of mid-size fashion. But today's video is going to be, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna call this. Probably going to be more of a glam look. I'm actually getting ready to go out for New Year's. By the time this is up, obviously New Year's is going to be over. But I think I might title it Date Glam Look, because at first I was going to do more of an effortless chic look, but I'm gonna do full coverage. I'm probably gonna do the whole shebang. So I wanted to kind of take you through kind of more of a full coverage, a full glam look, and how I achieve that using my one compact. So I've already done the prep work for my face. I went ahead and prepped it. And if you have dry skin, I cannot say this enough. If you've watched my channel, you know, you're probably like, oh my gosh, if she talks about this one more time. But this is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Oil Primer. I absolutely love this stuff. Every time she has a sale, I end up purchasing more because I love it. This is probably my third bottle. It is great for dry skin. If you have flaky skin, exactly like me, this is going to be perfect for you. Highly, highly recommend it. So that is where that glow is coming from, is from the oil primer. Because I do have dry skin. I live in Texas and my skin is super, super dry. I have my whole box right here of brushes. I'm gonna go through. This is gonna be an extra video. So I'm going to be using a lot of products and kind of talking through it. But obviously, if you are more a minimalist, or you just don't, like, this is not my everyday look. So this is a lot of stuff, this is a lot of steps, but I have other videos where it's a lot quicker, busy mama, kind of out the door, you know, video in under 10 minutes or under 5 minutes. So check out my other videos if that is more your style, but this is more of a glam look. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of color correcting because, like I said, I do have those dark eye circles. I'm gonna take my stippling brush and just pack it in. This is a color Mango. This is a main highlight shade. So some people will be able to wear this as a foundation color, but for me, because it kind of has this orangey undertone, it works perfect for my dark eye circles. So I'm not packing a lot of color on, I'm not packing a lot of product on. I'm really just trying to stipple it in to color correct, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to neutralize those areas. That way I can go in with my highlight shade or my brightening shade and kind of create a clear canvas. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do my buff brush. I have so many brushes in here, but this one is going to give me my full coverage. You can see it is very densely packed. So I'm gonna go in with my main highlight right here. This is the color Candlelit, and I'm going to just buff it on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do half my face so you can kind of see what the coverage is for this foundation. Now I used to, if you watched my videos for a while, I used to go in and color correct my redness, but since kind of leveling up to this shade, I find that I don't really need that extra color correcting, because this will get me the coverage that I need and kind of neutralize that redness, and I don't have to add another step. And one thing about my skin is as soon as I touch it, it gets red. So I have to kind of be careful, not be careful about that, but I have to keep that in mind when I'm doing my makeup, because then I will just keep piling, and then I'm like, holy crap. I have to remember that as I'm stippling it in, I'm creating that redness, and it's once it kind of goes down, then that redness is not gonna be there. But you can see the difference. I did not apply a lot of product. I'm gonna go in and apply a little bit to the areas that I want a little bit more coverage. But other than that, not a lot of product at all. We go in and add a little bit under my eye. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then we'll go ahead and get into the rest of the video. So next what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a Real Technique sponge. So this is my favorite sponge. Seint does sell a sponge, but in all honesty, I like this one better. This I get from Ulta when they have their buy more, save more. I go ahead and pick up a whole bunch of them. They are super affordable, they're super easy to get your hands on, and in my opinion, they're better than the Seint one, and they're better than the Beauty Blender, so I like it. But basically what I'm doing is, it's a dry one, and I'm like congested. But all I'm doing is I'm patting this all over my face, and that way I can make sure that it soaks up any excess makeup. I wanna make sure there's no cakiness. I wanna make sure that everything is airbrushed, there's no brush lines or anything like that, and everything is kind of pressed into my skin to create that flawless complexion. So I'm seeing, it's weird because when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm not seeing any redness, but like when I'm looking in the camera, I see a little bit of redness right there. It's very weird. So I'm gonna do a little bit more in that area. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bronze. Now some people contour first and then they bronze. And what I find is a lot of times when I do the contour first and then I go with my bronzer over it, I'm actually kind of blending out my contour where I want my contour to be very chiseled. So instead I do my bronzer, and I am using the color Bella right here. So I'm gonna take my bronzer and blush brush, and I'm gonna put it up here. And basically the whole purpose of bronzer is to add warmth to your face. So it's not really to create dimension, that's what the contour is for. It's really to just warm your face up and make it look like you're alive. Now I'm also gonna take it over here. Probably not the smartest thing to wear a white sweater while I'm doing this, but we're going to be very careful. And I'm just kind of warming up my neck to make sure that everything is all warm, glowy, fabulous. Okay. And what I love about bronzers is you don't have to be super precise with it. And just kind of metal it all in. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do my contour. Now, again, because this is an extra video, normally on a day-to-day basis, I don't use this many brushes. I use like 1 or 2 and then I'm done. But for this video, for the glam look, I'm gonna do all the things. So this is the detail brush. I'm gonna use this for contour. So I'm just going to pack it here and put it where I want it to go. And again, the whole purpose of contour is to create dimension. And that's what I love about these products is you don't get that flat face. It creates the dimension that you need so it looks like your skin. It's glowing, it's fabulous, it's radiant, it's all the things, but it is not flat. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Probably did a little bit too much on that side. So I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna go in with this brush. This is the 3D foundation brush, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is blended in. And on this side, you can see, holy crap, this side's good, this side, not so good. What I'm gonna do is I am going to buff it in like that. Then what I'm gonna do is take these are the Seint micro cloths. They're so fabulous. They're great for taking off makeup, but they're also great for cleaning brushes and cleaning your hands and all that stuff. But what I'm gonna do is, because I went a little bit lower on my contour, I'm gonna take my 3D foundation brush and I'm gonna dip it into my main highlight, and I'm just going to chisel that out. So that is what I love about this makeup is there's never any mistakes. You can always go in and you can always fix things or blend things out, and it just is effortless. You cannot do that with regular foundation, and that's what I love about it. Okay, so that's that. Then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques sponge and just again, make sure that that is all buffed into my skin. There's no harsh lines. Next, I'm gonna take my cheek color. This is the cheek color Plum. It looks very, I guess, plummy, but kind of dark in the pan. And I absolutely love this color because it gives such a pretty flush look. So if you are fair skinned, do not let this cheek color scare you, because once you blend it out, it just gives such a natural kind of flush look to us fair girls. I mean, it's all these colors, like cheek color to me go, like they go with any skin tone. You can pull it off. But for me, there's just certain colors that are great, you know, better for some skin tones. And to me, the Plum on fair skin just gives a very, very natural finish, very, very natural flush look. And I love it, love it. I'm gonna bring it over here. Next, what I'm gonna do is, again, love these cloths. I'm gonna make sure that there's no extra makeup in my eyebrows, because when I go to do my eyebrows, I don't wanna have to combat or put extra product to cover up my foundation. So, and then I'm gonna take any product off of my lids. I just find that I like to go in there with special. So let me get my eyebrow. Eyebrows are done, a little crazy, but we're just gonna go with it. Next, I'm gonna go in with my eye look. So these are the colors that I normally use. This is the color Basic. I absolutely love it because it's basic. It will literally go with any eyeshadow. It's a great transition color. I like to use it on the days that I don't wear a lot of makeup, just to give me a little bit more vavoom. So I'm just gonna put it all on my lid. This, you can see I really need to clean my brushes. And then I'm gonna bring it, I'm using my eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna bring it on the bottom and just kind of buff it in. And this is going to bring my eye look together. And then I'm gonna take it, this is the color Riviera, and I'm just going to pack it on the outer corner, kind of create a soft cat eye. And I love these brushes and this eyeshadow because for me, I want my eyeshadow to make me feel like I actually know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I want it to blend out easily, and I don't want to have to fight with it and all that stuff. I want it to make me feel like I'm a pro, and that is what these eyeshadows do. Just make it super effortless. So next I'm gonna go in, this is the color, this is actually a illuminator. This is one of the powder illuminators called Glamorizing, and I just like to use it on the inner corner of my eye. Now I'm gonna clean this up, so don't look at it and go, oh my gosh, this is crazy, this girl's crazy. I'm gonna clean it up just a little bit. I'm gonna take another just bare brush, just kind of take it through and just make sure there's no harsh lines, like that. Next what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to spray my setting spray, and I'm gonna take that Glamorizing and I'm going to dip it in, and I really want to pack on the color. Now, what I'm going to do, because I think it's a little bit too, I don't like how light it is, I'm gonna take a little bit more, and I'm gonna take this color Riviera. This is my absolute favorite shimmer color. And I'm gonna pack it on top because to me, this is a little bit more bronzy and not so much in your face. So it's not gonna give me that icy kind of look. It's gonna give me more of a, like an antique bronze, which I think is just so pretty. Okay, we're working it. Next, what I'm gonna do is I have some fallout. So I'm just going to take my buff brush, dip a little bit into my main highlight shade, and just sweep it up and just make sure that there's a line there and it's not dragging my eyes down. Now what I'm gonna do, because I want everything to stay in place, I'm going to take actually I'm gonna take the Morphe because I like this one. So these are my two setting sprays that I use. The Milani setting spray, I love it. But I also use the Morphe. Both of them are great. Now what I want to do is, instead of just spraying it all over, which you can do that, I actually like to spray it on my sponge and just dip it in. And to me, it just gives a little bit more of a seamless coverage, and it helps to just blend everything in. And then that way you get the setting power. So if you are somebody who has dry skin, this is how I recommend that you set your makeup with a setting spray. That way it kind of locks in place, because cream makeup is going to move. That is one of the benefits to it. So if you leave it like that and you don't set it, it's fine, but it may move around. It may migrate to different areas. So you want to make sure that you set it with something. If you are more oily, then you can definitely set it with a setting powder. And then that way you have that stay and that longevity. I'm going to take this end just to make sure that I got under my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes. I'm gonna do that in a separate video. And then I'm gonna come back and let you guys see the full flawless look with lashes done, with eyes done, all the things. So stay tuned. So I ended up changing over here because the sun is going down and the lighting was just really, really poor and you couldn't see anything. But I wanted to come back and show you guys the final look. So this is everything, full coverage, glam look. I am a little pink in my cheeks because I was putting my lashes on and I was very frustrated. And so that is anger coming through my cheeks. That will go down. That is just my natural pigment kind of seeping through. But just wanted to show you guys the flawless look, this glam date night kind of look. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will link everything down below. Please let me know if you have any questions. Until next time, bye.